All right, level 10, full beast mode, 58 millimeter Husqvarna jug. Let's go. Oh. All right, we're gonna need a clean working surface. All right, we're getting there, but we gotta have parts. All right, we got parts, but I need something to measure and some tools to do some stuff. Nice. All right, we got everything right here. All right, some of the drawbacks, not really drawbacks, but some of the challenges that we're gonna have to go with here is level 10 beast mode, and I'm gonna show you all why. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and not this. Actually, this was, and I'm gonna explain here, this was actually the crank for this motor. It's 40 millimeter stroke, and I had thought that cutting this off, welding it on, but the heat treating would cost more than the whole project. So we're done with this. All right, so we're gonna have to go with the YD100 crank. And the difference between the pork chop and the full circle, basically this has inertial force, and this actually acts like your flywheel, like on my Lister over there. So we're gonna get some bolts in here. Okay, now that we got that done, we're going to put the piston, we're not going to put any bushing or anything, we're just going to put the piston in. And this is just for reference sake. We go down, oh, the piston does not clear the case. So the case is going to have to be bored out. All right, so it does fit in here. This is a very nice jug, by the way, and that boss right there that you see does not go in there either. So we have lots of obstacles to our problem here. So what we got right here is we got, and this is not really good, this is a okay 61 millimeters is what we got. So what we have right here is not 61 millimeters. You can actually see where 61 millimeters is going to lie. What we have to do, and there is a lot that we have to do to get this to work. I'm going to show you why. Okay. To get the piston to clear the case, we're looking at 57.88. And we know this is 61 here, so it won't go in the case. What's going to have to be done, and now this is something else I want to show you, and this is the exhaust side, and the case looks actually nice. All right, and it's going to sit up there but you're going to have these transfer openings for the existing one. They're going to be out in the open. I noticed on the Phantom 85 that they put wings over that, but that's not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is, like I said, level 10 beast mode, and I made this mandrel for it to cut whatever I need to cut off the jug and everything else. I actually put these holes in it, and that's to let the acetone eat the not epoxy, but super glue up for whatever I have to cut off of it. But I have several options here. And now if we look at this, we see a compression release right here, which I'll be using that. I'm sure. And then you have another mounting bracket right here. You also have this little port down here, which was to feed a pumper carburetor off of the back pulse. So that's what that's for. That's going to be deleted. Okay. So now that we got that out of the way. What I'm going to have to do, I could fill this with epoxy. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do this is a YD100 crank. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be welding this up. I don't know if I'm going to move these holes because I don't think I can. I'm going to have to move them in the jug. That's fine though. I can make room there, no problem. There's plenty of meat to do it. So in the jug right now we got 56, 55, 56. So what we're going to do is we're going to weld all this up, then I'm going to deck it. True. The reason being I'm not going to bore it first is because if there's any warpage or anything like that, I will be leaving the bearings in it while I weld it. The reason being is I don't want the bearing area to warp, and a lot of times when you do weld, you'll have warpage. Die cast aluminum or spin cast aluminum or cast aluminum doesn't work that much. We'll be going in there with a 6061 filler alloy, and we'll be filling all of this up, and we'll be getting this where it's got a nice flat surface on there. Then I'll deck this off. Now only then can we, once I get this board and everything and this done, only then we can check squish, and I'm going to get a tight squish. There's no doubt about it. That's the power of these motors, and not only that, the expansion chamber. The expansion chamber is the power of these motors. That's your turbocharger, your supercharger. I've said this before, and that's what it is. This is a daunting task, and I'm not lying to you. This is going to be a son of a gun. So now in carburation, we'll talk that, and any time you have any question about your milling or your porting or anything like that, go to Motorized Bikes Performance Tips, and that's who I'll be going to for carburation on this thing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to go by what he goes by. Subscribe to his channel. He just knows. He's on a different, if you go to his site and look at some of his ride videos, you can tell right off the bat he's on a way different level than we are. So this motor is going to have some power, and I'm going to use the power on gearing. It's not going to be a high RPM motor. It's just going to be a motor that's going to pull good. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. And we're going to dive into it. The first thing I got to do is weld this up. deck this off. Now, as far as squish goes, I've got this much space I could cut off of this, and I got space I can cut off of this. So it's not a big deal. I thought about, and every time I've ever welded on a jug on an RC boat motor or anything like that, I've always had warpage in the cylinder. Really don't want to weld anything on this. I would like to go with a DO1 system on this, but I think to start off with, we're going to go with straight piston porting and carburetor. And I'll be getting a carburetor that he recommends off of his site, most definitely. And a lot of the stuff I'm going to go back and look on his and check him out, see what he says about this. So it is what it is. It's going to be full beast mode level 10. It's going to be a job, but we're going to do whatever we can do to get it done. This is like a huge jug. This is like a huge piston. It will not even go in here, as you can see. So all this has to be out, but I do want to retain this boss in here. So it'll be quite a job, but I think we can handle it in this little shop I got in Kevin's shop. And I think it'll be cool when we get done. And that's the main thing. That's all the way top dead center. What do we got right here? By the way, that squirrel's dropping acorns on the shop. I got to deal with that. If y'all know how to take care of squirrels, let me know.